back with our third video tutorial. I'm Mrs. Venkataku Pandey. In my last two video tutorials, I discussed with you exercise 13.1 and 13.2 respectively, where we were either asked to draw a line of symmetry for a particular figure given to us, or we were asked to complete the figure along with its line of symmetry. Here again I want you people to focus on the definition of line of symmetry. What is line of symmetry? So the line of symmetry states a line of symmetry is a state of having two halves which are exactly overlapping the other in such a way that they hide each other, or as per the definition they say the two equal halves, equal in all respects, in respect to its size, in respect to its shape, in respect to its proportion, in respect to its color scheme, in such a way that when you have two figures on either side of its line of symmetry, you get exactly two shapes which are identical to each other, exactly identical to each other. So this was the definition of symmetry. Last we discussed the same chapter and we are still with the same chapter, chapter number 13, symmetry, and I am taking you to the exercise 13.3. So the first question for this exercise 13.3 we have is this: find the number of lines of symmetry in each of the following shapes. How would you check your answers? And these are the shapes which we have here. You are supposed to find the number of lines of symmetry for each of the following shape, and you are also supposed to tell how would you check their answers. So naturally you will check their answers by tracing the figure along with a paper and checking it along paper folding methods. Anyways, working further with this question, we require for the solution each question figure to be elaborated. So I am elaborating figure for you here. We'll deal with one figure at a time. So for the first figure, possible line of symmetry which we have is vertical line of symmetry like this, diagonal line of symmetry like this, horizontal line of symmetry like this, and again a diagonal line of symmetry. So we say L1, L2, L3, L4 are the four line of symmetry for this figure. So this figure has four line of symmetry. Taking you to the next figure, it's a eucalyptus kind of tree. So for this particular figure, the only possible line of symmetry is this vertical line of symmetry. So if you draw a vertical line of symmetry, only if you draw a vertical line of symmetry, you get a figure which is balanced the two other sides. There is no other possible line of symmetry. So we say 1 is the possible line of symmetry for this particular figure. Taking you to C part. Now C part here, if I try to draw a vertical line of symmetry like this, I must get a square here so that this square will overlap here and this square will overlap here. That is not true. If I try to draw sleeping line of symmetry, horizontal line of symmetry, again this part would overlap here and this square should overlap here, which is not true. I don't have any square to overlap it on the other. So the only possible lines of symmetry for this particular figure are L1 and L2, which are diagonal lines of symmetry. So we'll say two lines of symmetry are there for this particular figure C part. Now figure D, if I see a figure is it is extended along with its length. So it's not a squared. It does not have its x and y axis same. It's not square, it is enlarged. So an enlarged figure would definitely not have 4 lines of symmetry. So the possible line of symmetry for this figure is, see, check this out. And this is L1 line of symmetry, which is a vertical line of symmetry, and this is horizontal line of symmetry. So the two possible lines of symmetry are there for this particular D part. Now I'm taking you to E part, which is an insect. So if you remember the last chapter, in my last tutorial, last exercise, we have dealt with a human figure. So the only possible way to divide this kind of insect or human figure is by drawing vertical line of symmetry. There is no other line of symmetrical which is possible for any of such figures. So you draw a vertical line of symmetry, splitting that object into two halves, vertical half. So check out for the line of symmetry for this figure L1, and we'll say it has one line of symmetry. Okay, moving to the last part, F part of this particular question. So it is a bidirectional arrow. So the possible line of symmetry for this figure is L1 and L2. L1 and L2 respectively. So we'll say it has two lines of symmetry. I'm done with question number 1.